So I want to talk with you about the three centers of intelligence. This comes from the work of Howard Gardner. You're going to be reading one of his books starting next week, Leading Minds. And his research has been based on the multiple intelligences that we hold as human beings and how those affect our leadership. And so we have here three primary intelligence that I want to point at, which I'm calling the three centers of intelligence. Well, the first one is IQ, which is the intelligence of the mind, our ability to make observations and draw some understanding from those observations, right? Our capacity to reflect, to analyze, to understand, to be able to be in the world in a way that it's seeking with curiosity and trying to find some understanding, some in our mind of our world. The second one is the emotional intelligence or the intelligence of the heart. The emotional intelligence has become more popular, I would say, in the past decade around leadership work because we realize that it's not only important for our leaders to be able to understand what's happening, but it's also important for our leaders to be able to connect. And the connection happens in the heart, our ability to communicate with one another in an effective way, our ability to have empathy, our ability to have compassion, to have understanding at a heart level, our ability to inspire and encourage others in a way that is not only done through ideas, but calling the connection of the hearts. So that's what we call emotional intelligence. And then finally, we have the intelligence of the body, which we call somatic intelligence. Some people ask me about this, so I'm going to write it here. Somatic, which is soma, it's body. So this is the intelligence of our body. There's not a lot research done on this yet, but it's becoming more and more known as we continue to understand how human beings function more and more. And the somatic intelligence or intelligence of the body, it's our ability to know what's happening in a more intuitive kind of way. And not only that, but our ability to take action in the world. So it's not only important to understand what's happening and to feel it, but also to take action in the world, to be able to be congruent in our thoughts, our behavior, our values, and how we move in the world. And so you can imagine as a leader how important that is to be able to not only think, but to feel and also to act. Another piece that is important for us to think about when we're thinking about somatic intelligence is that our body has wisdom that many times we are not accustomed to listen to it. But I'll give you an example of something that might have happened to you at some point that it was part of your listening of your body. So you might have found yourself at some point in some dark area, maybe on a street you didn't know in the middle of the night, dark, and all of a sudden your senses start heightening, and you start paying attention to what's happening around you. In a way that it begins to give you information about whether that street is safe or not for you to walk. Have you had that experience? That is a call of it's information that is coming through your body. It's not so much what you're thinking, it's not so much what you're feeling, but your body is telling you, is this a space safe for me or not? That's the wisdom of your body. So you can imagine that even when you're in a leadership situation and you're trying to make decisions for your organization or for the project in which you're at, that it's important that you listen to the intelligence of your body. So we're going to be working on aligning these 3 centers of intelligence for you to start being able to listen to each of them as keys to give you information about what's happening in the world for you to be able to be effective, to be able to affect the change that you want to see in the world. So this is the 3 centers of intelligence model.